And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast, sponsored by Generator Supercenter of Amarillo.
Well, good morning and happy 4th of July, everyone. Of course, gearing up for the big holiday. Looking at satellite and radar, it looks like those showers and thunderstorms from yesterday are clearing out just in time for the big holiday. Of course, recapping yesterday, we saw several places that did get well over an inch of rain. So, of course, with any rain showers that could pop up, looking at flooding issues. But I think we're going to hold them off for Friday. But Saturday, maybe not quite so much. So with that in mind, let's just jump right in and talk about that 4th of July forecast. Of course, a lot of folks going to parades, fireworks shows this evening, and of course, just spending lots of time outside. Let's start with our high definition model run. We're actually going to see that cloud cover start to break. A little bit of drier air tries to push in from the west. Everywhere that you start to see cloud cover, that air is going to be a little more humid. You're going to see right there clear air off towards the western side of the area, so more sunshine as you're starting out the day. But look at this right here. Aside from maybe a bit of isolated activity far up north at 6 o'clock, you'll see going into this evening and tonight, we stay pretty clear out there. But like I said, looking ahead to Saturday, while we'll wake up to some nice conditions out there, Saturday afternoon, some rain showers and thunderstorms may try to crash the party. This is 8 o'clock. So, of course, if there is anything going on Saturday, keep an eye to the sky. Of course, download the First Alert Weather app, as scattered showers and thunderstorms are looking a little more likely than they did previously going into the weekend. So like I said, we're watching it very closely. But another thing we're keeping an eye on as well are the dew points. It's humid out there. We're seeing those dew points up in the 60s and even 70s out there. So unfortunately, even though conditions won't be quite rainy, it's going to be muggy out there. Let's talk about our forecast temperatures. This is not with humidity factored in. This is just the temperatures outside. 60s getting into the 70s, 10 a.m. Of course, maybe you're going to the parade down in Canyon. By 10 a.m., you're looking at 75 degrees here in Amarillo. We'll be getting up into the 80s, 87 for your high today, with maybe some 90s scattered around the rest of the region, with those evening temperatures dropping down into the upper 70s. Overnight lows will be down in the 60s yet again, and then tomorrow even warmer. By the time we hit those daytime highs, about 91 degrees. Now, if we get those thunderstorms to come in a little bit quicker, that will bring temperatures down. So there is the silver lining to bringing in those thunderstorms. May keep temperatures just a little bit lower. But of course, 91 is going to be pretty toasty. But when you factor in the humidity, it gets even hotter. This is your feels like forecast. This is factoring the fact that, well, without dry air, that sweat's not going to evaporate off your skin, and it will feel hotter than it really is. So as we go into 4 o'clock this afternoon, when the actual temperature is around 87, it will feel like it's about 92 outside. Now, of course, we'll still feel like we're in the 70s and 80s as we go into the overnight period, but look at tomorrow. We're going to be even more muggy out there, as that 91 could feel like it's closer to 100 out there. So this is an important time to stay hydrated out there. Of course, like I said, it may not look that different outside, but it's certainly going to feel different with those humid conditions, something we're not terribly used to here in the Texas Panhandle, so we want you to keep that in mind. Now, winds are generally going to be out south both days, about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Today, partly cloudy skies, 87 for your high, 67 overnight. We'll get to 91, but your Saturday and Sunday, right now looking at 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms. We'll spend Sunday and Monday down in the upper 80s, and then we're back up into a more typical summer-like pattern as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with mid-90s expected. As always, keep it locked in to News Channel 10 for the latest on your local forecast. We'll be publishing updates throughout the day, so we'll keep you up to date with everything you need to know for a big Independence Day holiday.